Hey guys, welcome back. It's Billy, your WildReefKeeper here, and today I have a fresh shipment of clownfish, so I'm going to go over what my acclimation process is. Now, I've been keeping a clown harem for the last year and a half, 2 years. At max, it was at about 40 clownfish of all different breeds, and I can go over some more information with that during the setup and why I'm choosing to do the acclimation period this way. So these clowns today came from Brett at the Clownfish shop on Facebook, and he's got some beautiful clownfish, so check them out. I'll post the link below, but these were just overnighted and came in, so let me get started here. I already have my drip acclimation running, and I'm going to show you just my process on how to successfully acclimate and introduce the fish. Hey, by the way, pardon the look today. I just got in from CrossFit and the fish just arrived, so... Okay, so here I've already got a bucket started with the drip acclimation. The other thing I'm going to do with the bucket, I've got just the heater here with the heater probe. So I'm going to set that up. This is before the unboxing. I just want to get everything ready and in there. This on the bottom, ready to be plugged in. I have my air stone. Just going to use the suction cups on the heater to get that guy down there. Alright, so the unboxing here. Oh, I've got a personalized letter from Brett at the clown shop. So cool. And this says his, so he sends over a little note just letting you know his water parameters. As an FYI, I keep my salinity around 1.022 in the clown only tanks, but up to 1.025 should be fine. Temp around 79 to 80, my temp's around 75. I've been feeding the clowns mainly TDO Promo Boost, size extra small. You could also try flakes. Shrimp, scallops, etc. blended in a blender to a small pellet size. If desired, you can order TDO from bulk reef supply. I pretty much use all, I've got a good mix of frozen, whole foods, meaty foods, so we should be good there. Nice temperature control, nice size bags. Everybody's had plenty of room in transit. Very good. Everyone looks nice and healthy. So the first thing I'm going to do is just dump these into the acclimation bucket, which I've already run the drip. I've got about 2 fingers of water in there right now. So I'm just going to gently beautiful fish. I like to move the bag pretty slow just to be respectful for the fish. They've already had the most stressful part of their life, the last 24 hours in transit, so always be mindful. I'll also note the clown shop did a great packaging on the box. Got styrofoam insulation all around, heat packs there. Oh, and we've even got some food to help acclimate them to their new environment with what they had been eating at the shop. So all things that I really like. Really nice touch. These guys look great. Okay, so I have my drip acclimation set. I have the clowns in a 5-gallon bucket. Since now, when they come in, I always inspect the clown, or well, any fish. And sometimes if they're not separated, I've had where they're all shipped together in one bag and they fight. So I've had tanks come in pretty beat up. In that case, I'll do a more comprehensive dip. I like to use Aqua Cipro, which you can get online. It comes in a capsule. You dilute it in a little cup of water, add that to your dip. Today, since they look pretty good, I'm just going to do a Paragard. So Paragard is by CChem, one of my favorite dips. I'm going to go ahead and add this in here. Towards the end of the dip, I'm going to add some slime coat. Just an API stress coat. This will just help coat their scales. I believe aloe vera is one of the main ingredients. Don't hold me to that. I have to double check. Directions. Yes, healing power of aloe vera. But this is just going to help coat their scales. I don't like to add it till the end because you want the medicine to work on the scales before you coat it with anything. So a couple minutes before I pull that out, or maybe 10 minutes, and I pretty much let them acclimate until the bucket's almost full with the drip back. So for the dosing, it's 1 capful per 10 gallons. This is a 5-gallon bucket, so I added a half cap while the bucket is about half full, and then it's going to go up to that full 5 gallons, then we'll go ahead and pull them out. For these guys, don't need much space. I might just pull the drip line now and keep it a little more concentrated. I like to dip 30 minutes to an hour. I mean, maybe. So with coming in, the temperature in this bucket is 76 right now. So they've kept warm. Packaging was great. They're gonna have a 1 degree fluctuation from the 75 in the display tank. Now, when they go into the display tank, what I'm going to do and why, I've got an acclimation box set up here. Now, there is a divider for this box as well. Typically with clowns, they're going to group with like colors. So any color design. The acclimation box is more for the small clowns protection because these are juveniles that are going in. I have other juveniles in my tank, but I do have a breeding adult pair, which is the pair that hangs out on this Goniopora here. They will definitely attack anything new. So this is close enough to their space. It's going to give them some time to get used to the juvenile fish in here. And since all of the fish are pairing together in that bucket, you have to watch behavior. Fish have different personalities. They're living, breathing things, and they do have personalities. They all seem to be pairing together. I don't see 2 separate groups. I don't see any fighting. So I'm going to just go ahead and do this without the divider, and I can separate them if any fighting starts. This is also a time where I can kind of see what behavior to inspect. And sometimes you just have a wild child that's going to cause some trouble, and maybe this isn't the right setup for them. And they can go to a local fish store or to another tank where they'll be more happy and fit in, because we don't want aggression. It's just going to cause problems, and then you have sick fish, and no one wants to deal with that. So here we go. I'm going to go ahead and finish this dip and then show you the fish in the acclimation box. How long do I keep them in the acclimation box? It depends. It depends on behavior. It depends on these fish behavior. The other thing I'll say, when you release clowns or try to build a harem, the best way to do this is to get all juveniles and put them all in there in the same time. The closer to the same color you have, the easier time you're going to have. But with my last harem of 40 fish, there were all different kinds of clowns, and they actually, there's so much stuff in this tank. I have over 120 heads of Euphyllia, which they seem to like. They split into different groups. I probably had 3 small harems in there, and they were taking over different rocks in different areas, different coral. Everyone was getting along for the most part. But you want them as close to age and size as possible, from my experience anyway. So this is just my general information of 2 years of trying to accomplish this with the goal of I'd like a 200 to 300 clown harem in the new 540 gallon tank. I know that's a bit much, so we'll see how it works. One idea I had was to breed some of them on my own, just as a hobby, just to see how that goes now that I have the space. So we'll see. My goal here is to put them all in an environment and then see which ones pair up, and then take those pairs and see if we're able to make any magic happen, right? But I'm most interested to see, pairs of opposite colors pairing and things like that, to have some really cool or unique different clownfish come out of this. So, hey, it's a hobby, right? We'll see what happens, but we want to be as kind as we can to these fish in the process. So, being that I have the adults here, we're going to use that acclimation box and just see how things go. All right, hey guys, welcome back. I had to jump in the shower real quick while those fish were dipping. So yeah, back with you. And we've gone ahead and dipped them. I went ahead and added the stress coat and then put them into the acclimation tank here. I put them into the acclimation box, sorry, in the main tank. The other thing I did was added some first defense in there. The reason why I add the first defense, it's basically vitamins that help support immune system, immunostimulants, help fish adapt, it's safe for corals, great for coral repair after fragging. So this is beneficial to everything in the environment, and it's not only the new fish that are stressed. The fish that are in there are going to be stressed with the new fish coming into that environment. So, the tang and the other clownfish, it's going to help all of them kind of build their immunity and get along a little better, right? Because if we're not feeling good, we're kind of a little bit grouchier, and it's kind of the same for them. So it's a good buffer for everything. You don't have to do anything other than put that into the tank, other than it says turn off your skimmer. I never turn my skimmer off. What I do is take the cap or the cup out and just use the top for the cup so that it doesn't splash everywhere, and just keep it on for aeration. That way it's not pulling any of the vitamins or medicine out of the tank, but it's keeping that aeration going in the sump and oxygenating the water. We don't want an oxygen drop in the tank. So just my 2 cents, never turn off your skimmer. You can cap the top. We don't have to have the collection cup on there, but I never turn it off. But I do like that you don't have to turn off your UV light, because with new fish going in, you always want, or any new item, I never like to turn off my UV for too long either. That being said, let me go ahead and show you this. And so far I'm observing very favorable behavior. They're all grouping together inside of the acclimation box, even though there's 2 different breeds in there. Now, the adults are kind of checking this out. They're like, you're close to my area. I don't see them going up to the box or attacking the box, so that's favorable. So I'm going to leave them in there for a day, and then probably either release them overnight where they have a chance to hide and everything's calm, or keep them in there for 2 days and release them on the second evening. And wanting to see them eat, which they just went in, so it's normal for them not to eat for a few hours. But I do give them the option, and I did use some of the dry food that the clownfish shop sent over while they were in the bucket. I did see a few of them nibbling at it, but they're very stressed out, so it's normal for them not to eat. But as soon as I see them eating, I'll be ready to introduce them. I do want to give that today with the lights on, with them in that box. So hey, thanks for stopping by. I hope you enjoyed this video as much as I enjoyed sharing that with you, and hope it helps somebody out there in the reefing community. Remember, this is just my general information that I'm putting out there. This isn't the perfect way to do something. There is no perfect way to do anything, but this is the method that I've come up with over 6 years that works best for me. I hope you found the information useful, and if you did, please be sure to splash that subscribe button and turn on notifications so that you get notified when my channel has a new video in the future. So thanks again, and we'll catch you soon.